Hello guys, my name is Larry and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be whipping you up some good old fish tacos, or you want to call them street tacos, that's fine, or you want to call them southern border fish tacos, that's fine. Whatever you want to call them, they're fish tacos, and we're going to make these up, whip them up so that you see how they turn out. And no, you won't be able to taste them, but at least you'll be able to see them. The image of them is just will make your mouth water. Let's get started. We got us some swai fish fillets. Now these are kind of thin. I usually like to use cod or halibut or something like that, but we're going to use the old swai today and see how it turns out. First thing you do is get your old fish out there, get it on the cutting board. You see how thin they are. They're a little thinner than I really would like, but it's what we currently had, so we're going to use those. Now being these are pretty thin, we're going to cut these up in a little bigger pieces. Another reason for that is because we're going to be cooking these on a Weber grill, and most likely they're going to try to fall apart on us when we try to flip them. But we're going to do the best we can here and see how they turn out. You can cut them any size you want, but I'm going to shoot with this size right here and see how it turns out. Like I said, this old swai is kind of a soft meat. It really doesn't want to stay together as well as some of the other fish you might be trying to use this recipe on. And once you get it cut up like you want, get you a pan or a bowl, however, whatever you want to use, and throw all of them in there. Kind of open them up a little bit there. Let me get this over here where you can see the video. I'm filming this video by myself. As you can probably tell, it's not going to be perfect, but I believe that we'll get the message over to you, and you should be able to duplicate this recipe. I don't believe you can go wrong with it. It's actually a really good taco. Get them on a pan there like you see. And now I like to use a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Try to get it on every piece if you can. Then we're going to put a little bit of paprika on them. Whoop, that's a brand new bottle of paprika. Let me get that seal off of it. Didn't mean to delay the video there, but sometimes things happen in my old age. That paprika will not only give it good flavor, but it will also add some color to that fish, which really, as well as you know, you taste with your eyes before you taste with your mouth. Then of course a little cayenne pepper. Maybe a little bit of cumin, but not a lot. We're going to be using more of the cumin in the sauce that we're going to make for it. A little bit of salt. A little bit of garlic powder. And of course, last but not least, a little bit of pepper. Now you'll flip these over and do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to bore you with that part of the video, but I'm going to flip these over and spice those up. Now something else you can do instead of sprinkling all these spices on top of the fish, what I've done in the past is I've actually taken a bowl, mixed all my spices together, made one concoction out of it, and then dip the actual fish in that spice, that's all mixed together in a bowl, pull it out, and then lay it up on top of this here. And it usually works pretty good that way. You don't have the fish actually sticking to whatever you're cooking on, especially on a barbecue pit. It's real hard to control that heat, unlike a gas powered or propane powered burner. But today we're going to try it just like you see it. We sprinkled it on there, and then we're going to put it on this this little grate here to cook it on, and see if it will come off of there without falling apart. Even if it falls apart, that's fine, because we're making tacos out of it. It's not like we're cooking a steak. If it falls apart, you know you got a bad thing there happening. But no, we're going to try it on this today, see how that happens. Let's go. Something else we're going to be experimenting today is this Blackstone non-stick griddle spray. I've never used it. We're going to see how it works. We're going to spray a little bit on this here and see if it'll help the fish from not sticking to it. It's food safe, made by Blackstone. They're a big innovator in grills, gas and griddles and everything else. So let's see how their product actually works. All right, we're going to start laying this old chicken. Look where my mind's at. We're going to start putting our fish on top of there. Remember, you want to try to get this off of there without it falling apart, being this is swai fish, which is kind of like whiting. Whiting is a real tender meat that normally will just disintegrate when you cook it. And I got a feeling that's what's going to happen with this swai. But we won't know till we try. We're going to shove it on here, and what falls apart, we're still going to eat it. It ain't going to be like it's some kind of poison food or poison fish. It should be fine. Well, we look like we're out of room there. We'll move this over a little bit, try to put one more piece over here. And then we'll throw a couple right in the middle here. That's going to even make it worse. But we want to get it cooked. So now we got the fish on the little perforated tray or basket, wire screen, whatever you want to call it. Now the next step is we're going to put this on the grill. Well guys, let me start off with saying we're outside now. We're about 150 yards from a 5-lane highway, so we're going to have some noise. I apologize for that from the beginning. I know I've gotten some people really jump my butt about that, but it's where we live. We can't do nothing about it. Even it's like this 24/7. All right, we got the old Weber fired up to about 260, 275. We got some of these, call these barbecue briquettes from Pro Pit's Barbecue Supply. Now we're going to put the fish right above the coals to start out. And we're going to kind of char them up a little bit there and see how that works out. Let me get that old camera focused in a little bit. This one-man band is pretty tough. So we're going to put them right there like you see them. We're going to cover them up for a short period of time, and we're going to come back and check them in about 3 to 5 minutes. We don't want them to burn. So stick around. We'll keep going as we progress. I'll put the video back and go. Well, we're about 3 to 4 minutes into the cooking process, and the old Weber putting out a little smoke now, so that old fish is going to get a little smoke flavor. Let's see what it looks like. Well, you can see it's starting, the season starting to melt into the fish. It's starting to look pretty good. It's not too hot. I don't like to cook it up there real hot. I want to keep it around 250, 275. That way when I get ready to flip that fish over, hopefully it won't fall apart on me and everything will be just fine and dandy. But right now, that old fish is looking real good. That's sure looking good. Them fish tacos gonna be mouth-watering and delicious. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's sure looking good. Come on, fire, cook that chicken. That fish for me. Cook that fish for me. Let's make it happen, baby. We reach a point where we're gonna try to start flipping these things over, and hopefully we won't have any trouble. But it looks like we're going to have some problems here. See how it's stuck to that grill? That's not good, but we're going to work with what we got. Some of them wasn't too bad, but double stacking them wasn't a really good idea. But you put some weight down on them bottom ones. So I think my method of cooking the way I used to cook was a whole lot better. You know, you put that sauce in the pan, and then you put it on the pit. Alright, we've made it to the point where I'm going to say that they are done. Let's open the lid and see what we got. Let me refocus that camera so you get a better shot of it. It's tough being a one-man rodeo, but that's what you got, folks, and those things look mouth-watering delicious. Now we're going to take them off the pit, we're going to take them back inside the kitchen there, and we're going to go ahead and get these ready. Let them sit for a few minutes, cool off just a little bit, and maybe they'll come undone from that wire basket a little bit. We're going to bring our tortillas out here and get those cooking. Okay, now we done made it to the step where we're going to make our sauce. Now, first thing we're going to add is some mayo. I might need a bigger bowl, but let's try this. You see there, about a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And then put a little bit more in there. I like mayo. Then you're going to jump in there some, get that video a little more focused there. You can use lime or valley lemon. We have a valley lemon tree, so we're definitely going to use some valley lemons. It's kind of an orange mix with a lemon. Squeeze some of the juice in there. Just like so. Now you may want to try to get those seeds out of there because you're going to be putting this in a squeeze bottle after a while. And the squeeze bottle will get plugged up with those seeds. Put you about 2 of them in there, or 1 lemon, 2 halves squeezed into it. Okay, all those seeds come out of there. It's okay, we're gonna get them out. Man, like BBs in there, a lot of seeds. But we're gonna get those boogers right out of there. We'll probably miss one, and when we get ready to work with the sauce, probably gonna plug that old bottle up. Okay, we'll stir that up pretty good. That's enough right now. We're gonna put us a little cumin in there. Then we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. Oh, about a tablespoon or so. Then we're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're gonna add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, but not much because you already got it on the fish. You want to put a little bit more cayenne pepper in there, you can do that as well. However, I don't think that's going to be necessary. We're going to whip that old stuff up some more. Now it's going to come out a little clumpy and a little thick, but what you can do is add some milk to it. Taste it with your finger, and if you don't like the way it tastes, add whatever you feel is necessary to change the flavor of that stuff, you know. Most of the white sauces you're going to find in the Mexican restaurants and any restaurant that uses sauce on fish is normally made with similar ingredients like I'm using here. See, that's a little thick. It would be hard to get out of that bottle. So what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit of milk in there. Don't put too much because you can always add, but it's real hard to take it out. I want it a little thinner. Alright, once you got your sauce where you want it, then you can either drizzle it on with a spoon or a fork, however you want to do it. I like to put mine in a squeeze bottle. That way I can just dump it across there and shoot it right out across the fish itself once I'm ready to use it. Now while you're waiting on the grill to get up to temp, possibly yours is already up to temp, we're gonna get us some of these old corn tortillas ready. What we're gonna do is, let's put 4 of them on there. I actually better put 6 on there because that's a lot of fish. We'll get 6 of them ready to go. And you might have one to crack on, you'll fall apart. So always good to have a little extra ammunition when you need it. Now I've never done this, but I'm gonna try this today. I'm gonna take a couple of these tortillas. Now I'm actually gonna put some of this sauce on top of them before, oh, they got a hole in that one. Whatever I got left in this bowl, I'm gonna spread out across the top of these tortillas. Matter of fact, let's do that old last tortilla too that's all cracked up. Who knows how it's gonna turn out. That way I won't waste none of this stuff. We're gonna spread this stuff out on top of there like so. This is an experiment. I ain't never tried this before, so y'all gonna be the first to see it and first to know about it. We'll put 3 tortillas dry, and we'll take 3. Let me put a little more sauce on this one. Yeah, a little bit right there. All right. Now as we stated earlier, we got 3 of these tortillas that have that old cream on them, got sauce on them, and 3 that don't have. Now we're gonna put them in different locations on the pit. We got to turn them pretty quick because that old fire is pretty hot. There's one with the cream, with the sauce. There's another one with the sauce. Now these over here don't have no sauce. We like them old grill marks on it. We like that old char flavor on it. Turn that on fire down a little bit. Let's get these cooked. We'll be right back. Show you what they look like. Well, that's what we got. You see these 3 over here have the sauce we made on them, and these 3 on this side are dry. Now let's make the actual tacos. All right, we got everything cooked up. We got the tortillas done, and what I liked about putting that sauce on there was the tortillas were easy to bend over and not break. Sometimes you get these that don't have any sauce and you bend them over like that, they'll normally break. Especially if you cook them too long, they get too dry. But this one here I cooked just right. So now we're gonna start making our tacos. Now let's see if we can get this fish off of here. There we go, one piece of it. Show that piece right there. It really stuck to that old wire grate pretty hard. Put that one there. Put us a little avocado on it. Break that in a couple of pieces. Put the avocado on it. Throw us a little cilantro on there. Oh, that's a little bit too much cilantro. Then we're going to get another one of these that didn't have any sauce on it. We're going to shove it right there. We're going to get us some more of that old sticky fish. Oh, look at that stuff, man. Isn't it nice? Doesn't that look good? Get another piece of that old sticky fish. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to try me a piece of it. I can't wait. I can't wait. My God. That is some good stuff. Get you another piece of avocado on there. Break it in half if you want to. I should have made a slicer. Smaller slices, but I can't stop eating. This stuff is good. Put a little cilantro. Now I'm going to take another one of them old sauced up tortillas. Put it right there. See how that one there doesn't want to bend over too well? It's starting to break at the bottom. That's what happens. So get that piece of fish on there. Get this other piece of fish on there. That's a big old chunk of fish. That's some nice stuff right there. And get us avocado, chalk it on there. A little bit of cilantro. Then we're going to get this other one that's all greased up, because I like them old greasy ones. With that charcoal from the pit, from that grill. Oh man, that looks good. Don't let looks be deceiving, folks. Man, that is some of the best part. Is when you're cooking, some of that old char flavor. You know, I bet you go to restaurants, pay high dollar for something like this, and you don't even know how they're cooking it. Put another piece of avocado on there, a little cilantro. Let's see if we can make them look nicer. Try to get them with a presentable. I'm gonna put another piece of fish on that one. Sorry about my elbow there. And I'm gonna put another piece of fish on that one. Me and my wife want to eat pretty good here in just a minute. Well, it's hard to make a good presentation out of that, but I think you get the point there. Now then you come back in there and you dribble some of that Disco homemade sauce that we made right across there like so. Like that. Like that. You don't need a lot of this stuff. It's just pretty kicky the way it is. But guys, that's your taco. It's your fish taco. Now, I'm telling you, I'm still eating it. If you want to, you got a little lime left. You want a little lime on there to put you a little bit. You don't want to put a lot. Just enough to give it that added kick to it. That's it. Now would you look at that? Let me get this out of the way. I'm gonna keep eating while I'm talking. That's some good stuff. I could eat just that fish alone. Well guys, there's what you get. Fish tacos. Hit that like, subscribe button. I'll try to leave the recipe down below in the description area. You might have to hit that more button to see it, but you gotta try this. This is phenomenal.